Hey friends, before I officially begin the video, just want to give a little bit of an edit here. I'm still learning to edit, so I'm having a little trouble splicing and placing things together. So I just want to say up front that for this video, the name of this whiskey is actually Coachgun. I believe I called it Coachman. So it is actually Coachgun American whiskey from Bourbon Junkies. Thanks, enjoy the video. Hey friends, I'm Nate and welcome back to Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. Thrilled to have you here. To kind of start off the year, I'm going to be doing a bunch of Bourbon Junkies picks. So I started off on November 29th, I released a video where I pitted the Bourbon Junkies George Remus picks against each other, and I decided which ones I liked of the two of them. I actually have 4 more in front of me right now and another one. So on January 7th, you'll have seen my Starlight pick of theirs, the Cognac Finish Starlight. And so watch that video, and then that was kind of the kickoff of just a couple videos in a row where I'll be doing reviews of theirs. I'm not going to be doing every single one of their releases because I don't get my hands on every single one. The day that I'm shooting this is actually December 17th, and unfortunately I missed out on getting their Mythology pick. I was just a couple minutes late and it was sold out, but that just shows how awesome the community of the Bourbon Junkies is, and a reason why you should be a Patreon, because you get a shot at really cool bottles like that. But today we're going to start out with the first Junkies pick that I ever received. It's actually not one that I purchased. I actually won this off their channel. They were doing a giveaway with a bunch of different things, some bottles, some things like that. And so I won this off of their channel. This is Hezekiah Crane Coachman American Whiskey. This is, they call it a double barrel blend of straight whiskeys. Basically, this is a Bourye rye. This has both bourbon and rye in it. And this is MGP. The bourbon is a high rye bourbon. It's bourbon, so obviously minimum 51% corn. And then it is 36% rye. And then, so that barrel, they're using Born. That bourbon was born on February 7th of 2017. So when they dumped this, it would make it at least a 2-year, depending on, I don't remember when, I don't believe I was a fan of the Junkies, or maybe I wasn't a part of their Patreon at the time that they released this. So I don't remember when they did this. Oh, my apologies, the date's right on it. So this is batch number 1. It was bottled on May 19th, 2021. And this was, they selected this blend from 9 samples that were sent to them. So the Bourbon Junkies received 9 samples from this distillery. It's bottled by the Jersey Artisan Distillery in Fairfield, New Jersey. Obviously it's MGP juice from Indiana. This is bottle number 136 out of 352. But I just described the bourbon, 36% rye bourbon. That's 3 years old. No, I'm sorry, 4 years old. It was distilled on February 7th of 2017. And then the rye is this classic MGP rye. It's 95% rye. And that was born on April 18th of 2016. So that would be 5 years old. And so this is a Bourye rye. And comes in at barrel strength, which is 105.8 proof, 52.9% ABV. Really cool looking bottle. I'll be honest with you, I've been noticing as I've started to collect that a lot of some distillers use what appear to be the same bottles. To be honest with you, I feel that this bottle looks identical to E.H. Taylor as well as Kentucky Owl. I have an E.H. Taylor small batch behind me here, and then up here is a Kentucky Owl confiscated. It looks to be the same bottle. But we're gonna give this a pour. I'm gonna be using one of my clear Bourbon Junkies Glencairns, and then the classic Knox Dog coin to cap it. This is my first pour of this. It's got a nice color on it. Getting kind of a burnt sugar note, like a burnt caramel. Vanilla, but like slightly, it's not overly dominant vanilla. The rye is prevalent too. Obviously being a Bourye rye, it's got rye in it, and obviously it's got a high rye bourbon. So the rye content in this blend is actually very high. And what's cool about this is that a lot of what the Bourbon Junkies do is single barrel releases. This is actually a blend. So they got a larger yield than normal. Usually their yields are between 150 and 250. 250 being pretty high. Usually it's right around 200. So that being a single barrel, and oftentimes they release those at cast strength. So you're not gonna get a massive yield, which makes them really cool unicorns to get. And that's another reason to be a Patreon of theirs. But this is a blend, so it created more bottles. So it actually carried 352, which is really cool. Still released at cast strength, but obviously had, you know, a lot. So that's really cool. So let's give maybe a little cherry. Just got stung a little by the ethanol there. It's not too bad. I just went really deep. And this is like a weird in-between color. So it's not, obviously it's barrel strength, so it's not going to be anything crazy light or anything, but it's also not as dark as what some cast strengths come as. And sometimes that's due to finishing, which obviously this is not. So oh, that's actually really nice. I like that a lot. Nice rye touch, nice rye hug. I'm getting a nice hug right now. That's a good, if I didn't know that it was a blend in a Bourye rye, I would probably tell you that it was just a rye, and a very good one at that. Oak is definitely prominent. The rye is definitely prominent. Got some spiciness in it. Maybe like kind of like white pepper, maybe. But yeah, that's really good. I'm really thrilled to have that in my collection. Thank you to the Junkies for sending that to me from the contest. I believe that was back in August or so. Sorry I didn't get to it till now. But thrilled to have that in my collection. That's a great pour. Thanks for sticking around for more videos from Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. And like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.